Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, June 13th, and I'm Kiki Thaxter. This week on Norwood News, the Women's Community Club continues to celebrate 100 years. Kerry McCarthy previews what's happening in the summer months at the Senior Center. But first, I made it back to the Maha Juice Bar to try out an exclusive menu item that'll have you ready to go for the day. Let's go take a look. Hey guys, a couple weeks ago I was down here at the Maha trying out the brand new lemonade refreshers, and today I'm gonna try a little bit something different. It's a hidden gem. Let's go find out what that is. So this right here is a chocolate lover's bowl right here. All right, so you got the Nutella, you got that chocolate, the base of the bowl, you got the flax seeds in here. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's very filling. I've already had a few bites and it's very filling. It is very delicious. I love the banana mixed with the chocolate. Kind of reminds me of like a little ice cream sundae. So if you want to come try the Wake Up Bowl, you can order it online, but if you come into the store, you need to specify it with whoever you're ordering from. But it's delicious, so definitely come and try it out. Last week, the Norfolk County Agricultural High School, affectionately known as the Aggie, held its graduation ceremony. The class of 2025 marks the 106th graduation for the Norfolk Aggie. Norwood Community Media has been covering these ceremonies since 2020, when the Aggie reached out to NCM seeking help live streaming their ceremony. This also marks the last graduation ceremony for Superintendent Director John Martin, who will be retiring in July. Aggie Principal Robin Van Rotz shared some important life tips with the graduates and the audience.
Number 10, follow your dreams, but bring snacks. As someone who gets hangry, these folks know, this would have been very useful when I was younger. The pursuit of something worthwhile can be long and usually challenging. Packing snacks means that you're prepared and fueled and ready to finish the journey. You will also be a more pleasant human to be around. Number 9, don't be a jerk. Seriously, this isn't just about being nice. Kindness will open more doors than your resume ever will. Assuming others' good intentions while setting boundaries will allow you to develop healthy relationships and be a productive human that others like to work with. Don't kick people when they're down. Help them back up. It makes you and them look better. Number 8, be the person that others want to sit next to. Unless it's because they want your snacks, then you have to set hard boundaries. But relationships matter. Connections matter. Building a network is not just for career advancement. It creates a fulfilling life. 7, do things now. Travel, explore, take risks, grab a coffee with a friend, and hug your family. You will never have the time, energy, hair, or bone density than you do right now. Be the jack of all trades. In the end, I hope your life is like a home goods store, a collection of unexpected discoveries that you didn't know you needed and make others question your decision-making. Experience your life, don't just sit by. 6, passion doesn't need a LinkedIn page. Do what you love. Do you love drawing comics, herding goats, writing formulas in Excel? Guilty. Swimming, hiking, crocheting? Cool. That counts. Joy isn't only valid when monetized or when it's liked by others. It's great if it is, but it doesn't have to be. 5, don't compare your behind the scenes to somebody else's highlight reel, especially not on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. What others share on social media is not the full story, and it's usually not the real story. Highlight reels do not show all of the missteps, challenges, and work that it takes to happen. Nothing is instant. Also, those aren't your real friends. 4, say thank you. Gratitude is magic. Send a thank you note. In fact, send a handwritten thank you note. Heck, if you want to be real fancy, send a handwritten thank you note in cursive. That will blow their mind. But people remember appreciation. 3, if you mess up, own it, then fix it, and then laugh, and then move on. Here's the secret. None of us know what we're doing. There is no owner's manual to life. We are simply making it up as we go along. Essentially, we're just winging it. So allow mistakes from yourself, allow mistakes from others, and learn from them, and then move on. 2, take care of yourself and smile a lot. You get one body to live this life. Take care of it. Eat well, move often, hydrate, use a good sunscreen, and laugh often. Find what brings you joy. And 1, measure success by how good it feels to be you, not by your salary or your job title or the number of followers that think you look cool holding that latte. If you like who you're becoming, you're crushing it. Class of 2025, I wish you more great memories than you can remember and a life of laughable moments. Oh, and always make sure you're on mute.
When Norwood News returns, Officer Jeff Baguma has the details for Juneteenth celebrations. Bridget Kidd has the final school news, and Ron Marshalsea has the latest in sports. Norwood Community Media is proud to cover many of the special events that are held at the Morrill Memorial Library. The Simone Room is a place where members of the Norwood community can meet award-winning and best-selling authors, presenters, and town officials. If you are unable to attend these events, NCM rebroadcasts them on our community channel, and they are also available on demand. Norwood Community Media and the Morrill Memorial Library, a partnership for the town of Norwood. Juneteenth celebrations are just around the corner, and Jeff Baguma has all the details for this Saturday, June 14th.
Hello, Norwood. My name is Jeffrey Baguma. I am very pleased to announce that Norwood Juneteenth is coming back for a 4th year. It is going to be at the Town Common. The date is going to be June 14th. That's a Saturday. And the time is going to be from 12:30 to 3:30. It is going to be an action-packed event with great food, great music, talent of all sorts. We're also even going to have a beer garden sponsored by Lewis's. It's going to be a family fun event. The kids will definitely have a lot of fun with inflatable obstacle courses, gaga pit, face painting, and so much more. Again, this is Norwood Juneteenth. It's been a hit the last 3 years, and it's only growing. Please, if you do have some time, come out, enjoy, and celebrate with your neighbors. Thank you.
Director of one of our favorite places, the Norwood Senior Center, Carrie McCarthy has the latest on what's happening at the center at the start of the summer.
Hello everyone, Carrie McCarthy, Director here at the Norwood Senior Center and Council on Aging. Happy summer. We are getting ready for a jam-packed summer here at the Norwood Senior Center. Our first Tuesday night supper is July 1st, and that is the Friends Pizza Party. Sign-ups for that event are taking place on Monday, June 16th at 8 a.m. So please call and get your name on the list. There is no charge for that event, but going forward, all our Tuesday night dinners will be $5. We will be beginning our summer hours on June 27th. We will be closing at 1 o'clock on Fridays, and we will be remaining open till 7 on Tuesdays. That doesn't just mean to come for supper. You can come play cards, play bocce, use the fitness room, and our outreach coordinator will be here to help with any services that you may need. I know a lot of people are going to be looking for the farmers market coupons. Those will not be out until mid-July, so just keep an eye on the newsletter, and Kathleen Rooney, our outreach coordinator, will let you know when those are available for you. Other than that, just remember the senior center is air conditioned. If you're hot, if you need to exercise indoors, we have plenty of exercise classes, the fitness room, and anything else you need. So give us a call if you need us. Take care.
The Women's Community Committee is celebrating 100 years of service with a free Italian Ice Giveaway. Join them for this free event on Saturday, June 28th from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the WCC Thrift Shop located at 1091 Washington Street. Stop by, cool off, and celebrate with the WCC. Now let's throw it over to Bridget Kidd for the latest in school news.
Hi, I'm Bridget Kidd, and here's a look at what's happening in our Norwood schools as we approach the end of the academic year. With the last day of school set for June 18th, each school is buzzing with year-end traditions and celebrations. The high school recently held its Underclassmen Awards Breakfast, an event that celebrates the achievements of students all across departments. This annual gathering recognizes the hard work and accomplishments of underclassmen, serving as both a moment of pride and a source of inspiration. It's a meaningful way for students to be honored early in their academic journey and to look forward to continued success in the years ahead. Meanwhile, the class of 2029 visited the high school for the 8th grade step-up day. This long-standing tradition helps incoming freshmen get acquainted with their new environment. Welcomed by Mustang mentors, members of the class of 2026, students received helpful information about starting high school. The mentors led guided tours of the building to ease the transition from middle to high school. One highlight of the visit was learning about an essential part of the school day, lunch. In the dining hall, students got a first-hand look at the menu options and lunch procedures. Outside, high school clubs and activities had booths set up, offering incoming freshmen a glimpse into the wide range of opportunities available. Norwood High is excited to welcome the class of 2029 this fall. At Coakley Middle School, the 25th Annual Literacy Luncheon brought students and seniors together for a meaningful tradition. Participants read the same book and then came together to share thoughtful discussions. This special event fosters intergenerational connections through a shared love of reading.
So the Literary Luncheon is an event where we have a group of our 6th grade students read a novel, and then some seniors from the Norwood Senior Center read the same novel, and then we come together and we discuss it and we have lunch, and it's just a really special, wonderful tradition that we have here at the Coakley. I hope the students take away more of a love for reading and also an enjoyment of talking about books that they've read and just enjoying a conversation with someone from a completely different generation that can also offer so many different perspectives and just wisdom through all their years. I hope the seniors take away that our students have so much insight that we don't always see at this age from the outside, maybe when they're out and around, but they really do take a lot away, and they are able to just show this wonderful, mature side of them that we don't always get to see all the time. This day means a lot to me. It's one tradition that we have done my entire time here. I didn't start it, but I was lucky enough that it had started and I've been able to continue it. I've been seeing the same people come year after year, and it just brings me so much joy, and it almost feels like my students are almost like my children that day, because I just feel so proud of them and seeing them in such a beautiful light today.
So the Literary Luncheon is something that I've been doing since I started here. This is my 24th year teaching, and I started with Margaret Ransom and Kathy Barnacle and Marianne McGowan, and it's just such a nice tradition. I love the fact that kids get to meet with different generations, and it's something that I'd love to do for the rest of my career. I feel the students will take away just a different perspective when they talk to the adults. They have so many more life experiences, and it's just such a nice opportunity to, talk about literature with someone from a different generation.
The Morrill Memorial Library proudly partners with Coakley Middle School each year to support this reading initiative.
So typically we find maybe 4 to 5 titles that we submit to the teachers, and they will look through it, see what fits their school criteria, and choose the final title. The next thing we're responsible for is getting extra copies of that title. We want to make sure all of our students and our seniors are supported so that they have access to the book. And that means getting extra physical copies, large print copies for our seniors, but also digital copies for kids who need digital access as well. And this year we also wanted to make sure that any ELL students had access to this title. So we also had books in other languages, chiefly Spanish. So that's our second responsibility. Our third responsibility is finding the seniors to participate in the program. Typically we reach out to a list of people who've been involved in library programs such as book clubs. Also our literacy volunteers and people who are our outreach volunteers who do home delivery. This year we were super privileged to work with the Council on Aging in Norwood, and they were able to provide us with a senior van from the senior center to help all of our seniors who didn't necessarily want to park at the Coakley Middle School. They were able to ride the senior van from the senior center to come to the program here at the middle school. So that was really great collaboration between all town departments to get everybody here. And that's pretty much what we do every year. We really enjoy this collaboration, and this is an event we really look forward to every year.
This is an experience that students and seniors alike look forward to and remember for years to come. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who helped organize these memorable school events. At the Prescott, the PTO coordinated a fun run to raise money for the PTO to help fund field trips, teacher supplies, and more. The fun run started off with Prescott staff dressing in inflatable costumes and running a lap. Students had quite the laugh watching their teachers and principal dressed up as chickens, SpongeBob, aliens, and more. Students then completed their own laps around a track while listening to a DJ crank out tunes. Students ended the event with ice pops provided by the PTO. Thanks to our Prescott staff for dressing up in inflatable costumes, and a thank you to all who donated to the fundraiser. This week, the Prescott, Balch, and CMS held their promotion ceremonies. For the first time in the history of the Norwood School Department, 4th grade students were celebrated as a part of these events, recognizing that they will be leaving their current schools and entering 5th grade at the new Coakley Middle School when it opens this fall. The Callahan School also hosted a kindergarten step-up day to welcome and celebrate next year's 1st graders. And this week marks the end of preschool for some of the little Mustangs who are heading off to kindergarten in the fall. LMPA was a busy place as all of the classrooms held year-end celebrations with families to mark this special milestone. The children also got to leave their mark on the walls of the entryway alongside all of the other LMPA graduates. The teachers are so proud of all of the growth they have made this year and look forward to seeing them on future episodes of the Norwood School News as they continue their education journeys as Norwood Mustangs. Each year, the Norfolk County Teachers Association hosts an awards banquet to recognize outstanding educators, and this year, 3 exceptional members of the Norwood Public Schools community were honored. First, nurse leader Jill Driscoll was recognized for her unwavering dedication to student health and wellness. From securing state grants to running immunization clinics and even brightening students' day with colorful Band-Aids, Jill always went the extra mile. Although Jill sadly passed away this winter, she received her award before her passing, presented by her close friend and union president Jody Smith. Fred Ferreira, a longtime paraprofessional at the Callahan School, received the Service Award. Known for building strong relationships with students and staff alike, Fred is a valued and versatile member of the Callahan team, always ready to step up and lend a hand wherever is needed. The Rookie of the Year award went to Bella Enzoda from the Willett Early Childhood Center. Bella was recognized for creating a specialized program from the ground up to support students with autism. Her work spanning instruction, staff coordination, and classroom design stood out among over a dozen nominees. Many colleagues joined in to celebrate Bella, Jill, and Fred's achievements. Though not everyone made it into the photos, Norwood was proudly represented. We're lucky to have such passionate and dedicated educators in our schools. This marks the final broadcast of the year, and on behalf of all the student reporters and Jack Tolman, we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who submitted stories and updates. Your contributions allowed us to showcase the amazing things happening in our schools all year long. Have a fantastic summer, and I'll see you in September as I begin my senior year at Norwood High School. Reporting for Norwood School News, I'm Bridget Kidd. And that's a wrap. And now, here's Ron Marshalsea with the latest in sports.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your sports update. This past weekend, multiple-time NHS record holder Natalie Martin is yet again doing Natalie Martin things when she broke her own school record in the mile with a time of 5 minutes and 2 seconds at the Meet of Champions, finishing in 9th place. Also, the Mustangs 4x800 broke their own record with a time of 9 minutes and 50 seconds. That squad included Natalie Martin, Kieran Gorman, Bridget Flynn, and Shaylin Coyle. And one more NHS athlete competed at the Meet of Champions. Kessie Moklukle finished 22nd in the triple jump. Congratulations to these student athletes, and good luck next year, whether you'll be in a new uniform at the next level or running for the Mustangs right here at NHS. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea, and Norwood News will be right back after this break.
Hi everybody, I'm Ernie Pachakowski of Ernie's Jukebox with Norwood's local music scene. This week's feature album is Freewheelin' by Bob Dylan. This was his second album, kind of his breakout album. So let's get right to what's happening this week in Norwood. Down at the Fallout Shelter on Thursday night, June 19th, the John Nemeth and his Blues Dreamers come back to the Fallout Shelter for a show I am really looking forward to. I've seen him down there a couple of times. He's phenomenal. John is a Grammy-nominated artist whose live shows are incredible, backed by a super tight band. Trust me on this one, you won't want to miss this show. On Friday night, June 20th, Parker Barrow, a blues-influenced southern rock band led by husband and wife team of Megan Kane and Dylan Turner, backed by a powerhouse group, should be a great show. So that's it for this week's Norwood Music Scene. Remember, a lot of the pubs around town feature a lot of live music as well, so check them out. So for Norwood News, I'm Ernie Pachakowski. Get out and catch some local live music. Be there or be square.
Tuesday night's selectmen meeting had multiple appearances, starting off with a representative of Ernie Bach, who generously presented a check to the town of Norwood to use however need be. Following that, a liquor hearing for Yira and Kebab House to allow for alcoholic beverages was denied by the board. Bill Plasko explains his reasoning.
With that, do we have a
couple
motion?
Comments.
Very well.
Should the license be approved, I want to make sure that it specifically lists the days and times of operation, and that they be state clearly that there be no outdoor dining allowed. But besides that, I'm opposed to the issuance of this license. I think the location, the limit of 34 tables, and not comfortable with the counter service. He says that's what it was before, but I don't think we realized that, or at least I didn't realize that there wasn't table service. I thought there was. I thought that was explained to us at the time. I think they originally wanted to do counter service, and when we objected to that, they agreed to do. And I don't know if they ever did or not, but they were supposed to have. And I just generally don't think with 34 seats that that's sufficiently serving the public good and need in that area, particularly as he indicated all the other food establishments and licenses that are already in the area. So I just don't see it a good use of this particular license in the town.
Chief Patton of Norwood Police and Chief Bailey of Norwood Fire sat in front of the board to provide an update for each department. Chief Bailey stated that the ladder truck is back and has been in service the last 3 weeks, and a major project is taking place in the coming months for the resurfacing of the apparatus floor at the fire department. Chief Patton then gave a brief summary of the call intake for Norwood Police and stated that there has been an increase in motor vehicle enforcement, and the goal is to change driving behavior. Chief Patton gave an update on the major car accident on Washington Street last week.
And this kind of brings me to the next piece. We had a pretty good rollover accident in South Norwood the other day. 3 of our officers just happened to be right there, jumped in, were able to throw a tourniquet on. Fire showed up a short time after, cut the roof off the car. The gentleman wasn't speeding. He fell asleep and hit a parked car and rolled the car over. But it doesn't take much for something like that to happen. While I was on scene, while we were on scene, the Coakley Middle School was letting out. There was kids coming down the street. So we're always trying to kind of keep after that. That could have been really tragic. Something very simple, somebody that's too tired. So, that's one of the things we're going to start to push in the spring is, people, if you're too tired to drive, and he was just driving a short way home from his night shift of work, fell asleep, hit a car, rolled over, and, literally could have died. But the police officers and the firemen that were there responded very quickly and effectively, and it was a good outcome. So it was great teamwork, great to see.
Director of Facilities Paul Riccardi sat alongside Assistant Director Chris Folan and Business Manager Mary O'Brien to give a rundown of recently completed projects. It's that time of the year again, and the 4th of July Committee gave their rundown of events for July 4th, announcing that this year's Grand Marshal is Lou Harris. This year's theme for the parade is Norwood Celebrates Education. The last appearance was Town Moderator Jerry Slater, who gave a brief summary of the recent town meeting and mentioned new recommendations for a more efficient town meeting. She also suggested that the next town meeting should take place at the new Coakley Middle School. The Board of Selectmen will meet again on June 24th. At the Middle School Building Committee this week, the group approved the vendor invoice package totaling just over $5.9 million. Included in the package were administration fees, technology under FF&E, or furniture, fixtures, and equipment. Later in the meeting, the MSBC had discussion over the repair of the gymnasium floor. Luke Apone from Vertex highlighted the section of flooring that will be replaced. The Middle School Building Committee will meet again in July. The Trails Advisory Committee met at the Senior Center Tuesday night. The meeting began with the committee discussing upcoming events, the Farmers Market, Eagle Scout projects, and a mass Audubon tour. They then went into subcommittee reports, trail marking and wayfinding, TOT trail, and Conservation Commission water crossings. The committee then discusses the completed Norwood walks around town, including the Progress Norwood Walk and the Bernie Cooper Park ribbon cutting. They finished with previously tabled items, and the Trails Advisory Committee will meet again on July 8th at 7 p.m. The Norwood Art Association's final Art in the Park was this past Sunday, where local artists showed up to the Common to show off their hard work and maybe sell a few prints. NCM was glad to be there to talk with some of the vendors, as well as capture this incredible event one last time.
So my grandmother made these rocks. They're like all different kinds, and she just went outside, found them, and then she loves to paint on them, make designs, different kind of designs. So she makes like animals and flowers, all of that good stuff.
I do digital painting. I have a Wacom tablet in my lap. The screen is my easel, and I have a choice of about 100 different brushes I can pick, and I use an art pen that takes on that brush. And then you mix your colors off to the side where you're painting, and choose your colors, and then paint, pick a background layer, maybe a sketch up on the top layer, and do it one layer at a time, and then sometimes I'll end up with as many as 20 or 30 layers.
Really? Wow.
So there'll be different colors, different parts of the painting on each layer, and you can correct it any time. And if you let it sit on your computer for a few weeks and go back and don't like it, you just get rid of the layers.
On this week's Living Local, we head to a hidden gem in the Norwood community. Tucked right inside her own home, Chrissy Gagliard has created a warm, welcoming space where little ones can learn, grow, and feel right at home. Let's head down to 19 Hoyle Street and take a look at Chrissy's little preschool.
My name is Chrissy Gagliard, and I am the owner-director of Chrissy's Little Preschool. So the preschool is in a duplex. We live on one side, and the school is its whole separate entity on the other side, which gives it a very homey feeling for very young kids to have their first school experience away from their parents in a very warm and loving environment. I find it's small numbers, so our ratio is 2 to 10. So we can have one teacher with 4 kids to work with them on things that they're trying to learn, things that they struggle with. If we have separation anxiety, we have the ability to do one-on-ones, and I love that it's a smaller environment because I can see if there's something going on, or if they need a little more attention with certain things, or if they just need one-on-one time because they miss mom and dad. It's a really nice, warm environment where we can do one-on-ones, or like, you know, have a smaller group so that they can express themselves better, or like, I don't know, it's just, I love the small community part of it too, and I love it. I love it. I love little kids. I love kids. I love their stories. I love their unconditional love of everything. I love how everything excites them. I love it. I love it. I honestly love it. I have 10 kids, so like it makes a big difference with some of these other preschools. They're larger, and like, you know, you kind of get lost in the shuffle, and here you're still have that like feeling of being home. I've always been word of mouth. We're a very community school. Police officers' kids, firefighters' kids. We've had a lot of teachers' kids, local businesses. Lewis's parents have all come here, and it's all word of mouth. And I love that because then I know the person and they know about me, and you know, they're dropping their child off for the first time ever. Their most precious cargo, you know, and so it's nice to kind of know the person that, you know, you're dropping them off to, and a reference, and so I'm a lot through word of mouth, and you know, I have my little silly sign in front of the house, but I should probably get a better one. It's my home, you know what I mean? So you have to be really careful of like who comes in, you know, and it's a like this place that the kids come over, the dog come over, like it couldn't be a more homey experience than you have here at CLP. I have to honestly say that. It's like being in your aunt's living room. And they learn a lot. Like they learn a lot. We learn through play. You know, we do math, science, reading, all through play, and they don't even know they're doing it. I believe that kids should play at this age. Play, play, play. Because you get into the elementary schools and it's very, you know, different. Bigger classroom sizes, which is, you know, gonna happen, and but more structured. And here they play. We throw independence. Like they come in and put their lunches away. They open up all their stuff at lunches. They hang up their coats, they put away their mittens, they put away their boots, their shoes. Little tiny things like that are huge, because then they go home and I have parents going, oh my gosh, they hung up their coat, and they knew where their folder was, and they knew where their backpack was, because when you get to the Willet, it's, you know, a lot of kids for 2 teachers, and so this way you got these kids that are leaving me going, all my stuff is accounted for, and I can go to lunch and open up all my stuff, and I don't need help if there's not enough volunteers. Or so I stress a lot of independence. So it's a lot of stuff that they don't even know they're learning, that they are, you know, putting on your shoes, retying shoes, you know, how to get dressed from boots to snow pants to jackets to hats, like what you do first. Like people put a lot of that stuff for granted, but yeah, and it's part of learning. So they can go and be like, oh, I got this, you know, when they go off to kindergarten. I feel like when my kids leave, they are so ready for kindergarten, so ready. Call me, come for a tour. You really can't get a feel of it until you walk in. I think you guys agree. You walk in and it's a whole different, you know, pictures from Facebook are one thing, but you come in and you meet me and you see what we're like, and it's definitely like a place that you're going to love to send your kids for the first time. And we take 2, we start at 2 and go all the way up to 5. I know 2 is that tough age where you're trying to figure out they're a little too old for daycare, a little too young for a public preschool, so we're here. We're here.
That wraps up this edition of Norwood News. To stay in the loop, follow Norwood Community Media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a fantastic weekend.